As one's awareness gains the needed sharpness or keenness, when this begins to happen, one of the first things that naturally comes into play is the breath. It's amazing how most human beings live without being aware of the breath, which is a certain level of mechanical action in the body, which is constant and continuous. It's truly amazing how so many people can live without being conscious of it. But once awareness begins to gain a certain sharpness or keenness, this is the first thing that becomes an amazing process, and no wonder breath watching, as it's known today, is probably the most practiced form of meditation. It is so basic and simple, but it comes so easy and naturally to people that it does not need any preparation. If one becomes a little conscious, naturally breath will be in the awareness. Probably this happened to me when I was 6, 7 years of age, when I started just enjoying the breath, the movement of my little chest and belly in those days, how the stomach and the chest moved in rhythm constantly. I must have spent hours and hours just noticing that. It kept me interested and engaged. It's much later that even the idea of meditation entered my life, but just the simple rhythm that's going on endlessly, and you cannot ignore if you're a bit conscious. So here's a poem for the breath, the beauty of the breath and the possibility of the breath. This is titled as Divine Hand. As I see the seemingly perpetual play of breath, as I see the seemingly perpetual play of breath, the breath, the maker of my body and the taker of my being, when the timely moment comes. The breath, the maker of my body and the taker of my being, when the timely moment comes. This ceaseless play of the unseen hand of the Divine, this ceaseless play of the unseen hand of the Divine, me firmly held the hand, and the Maker could not escape. Me firmly held the hand, and the Maker could not escape. There is… I'm sure most of you have heard this chant, which… the Bhaja Govindam chant, where we're talking about how Nischala Tattvam Jivan Muktihi. What this means is, if there is an unwavering attention towards something, it doesn't matter what the thing is. If there is an unwavering attention towards something, then the liberation, the possibility of freedom cannot be denied to that one. Or in other words, the essential problem of human situation is a certain lack of attention. If the necessary attention is there, if the keenness of the attention and the intensity of the attention is substantial, you can open just about any door in this universe. How keen is your attention? Or how intense, how much energy behind your attention? This is all that determines this. In this context, breath is a beautiful device because it is constantly on as long as we're alive, as long as we're embodied. Breath is on, and it's inevitable that you have to notice it. Probably most people notice it only when their body goes into a spasm of excessive breath. Normal breath, most people are missing it. This is not because they are not breathing, this is because they have a serious attention issue. These days, people are even carrying their attention deficiencies like some kind of a qualification. Just bringing this attention back into your lives and particularly into the life of our children is most important, because ultimately, whether it's spiritual or material, the world yields to you only to the extent you're willing to pay attention to it.